Hello all and welcome in to some more F1 Manager. We're here, start of season. The start of season 12 here. And let's press that button, yeah. And what we're gonna do now is see where we can get in Q3. We have Behrman leading. Porcher, welcome in, Art. Welcome into the stream. How's it going, Art? What are you up to? You have T2. That's great to hear. Well, we've got Hamlin, our new race engineer, and I love him. I love him already. Damian Hamlin is now my favorite pairing. Yeah, I wonder like who got me this shirt. You know, I don't know. Just kind of just fits, you know. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something before I said about Hamlin, but I've forgotten. But anyway, we're now gonna watch our drivers do their laps. Porcher gonna follow Behrman. Hopefully no one gonna block us on this lap here in Q3. We've signed Porcher to be the answer following Leclerc's retirement. But will he be the answer is the question. We're out here on used softs for our first run, and then we'll have fresh softs for the second run. And then we want to keep 2 fresh softs for the race. That is what we were leaving them for. Behrman is going to be coming up to some traffic here of a Mercedes. No, it's an Alpine? Williams? Never mind. It's Bahrain or we've been blocked immediately, so we're restarting again. Love qualifying so much. It fills me with glee. Such glee. I'm so happy. Every time I do quali, I'm just think nothing better than this. Let's skip on through and see, is there anyone going to block our laps if we do it quick enough? I wish I really could, or I really wish I could. Beganovic, you need to get out of the way. There we are. Porcher's through. Gotta keep an eye on Behrman now. He's gonna see an Aston coming up soon around turn 10. But we may actually run into them in a much better place. Because now the Aston is out of the way. Porcher's got a lovely tow here from Behrman. The next driver is whatever that blue car is. Is that Sargent? Whoever this is, they're going to actually give us a tow to finish the lap here. I believe that's a Wassa in the... or who is it? Don't even know who it is, but Behrman gets a lovely tow from it. Porcher, though, with a 28.3. Stonking lap, is that Solov? Oh, Solov's right up the gearbox of Montoya here. Was that a Wassa? Yeah, it was a Wassa, yeah. But Porcher with an absolutely stonking lap. Meanwhile, Behrman is 9/10 off. Do I need to repeat that again, chat? 9/10. 9/10, chat. 9/10. Wah wee woo wah. So currently it's Ferrari, there's no Red Bull, there's no Mercedes, there's no McLaren. There's one Aston here. Two Williams, two AlphaTauris. An Alpine, both Alfa Romeos. I think we're gonna go out now. Has something happened?
Big up, big up. Charge your flask now. All clear in front.
Neither have a tow here. Behrman's actually giving Montoya a tow, although Montoya's finished his lap now. And Montoya gets out of the way very late. Very late on in the day. Behrman does go green, which is a good sign at least. Shows Behrman is actually improving. Pourchaire though has gone yellow. Doesn't have the toe that he had once before. Come on, Pourchaire. We need more from you. Yep. Or this is finally we're in season 12. We've signed Pourchaire. Leclerc has retired. And we have signed Théo Pourchaire to be our driver, although he's gone yellow on this lap. So may not improve here. Behrman crosses the line, jumps all the way up to P5, good improvement. Meanwhile, Pourchaire crosses the line and no improvement. I'm going to skip on here to see, is there anyone jumping about? Behrman falls all the way down to P7. Beganovic in a Williams. The rookie has outqualified Behrman. Solov, Doohan, Sargent, O'Sullivan. What? All I'm going to say, chat, is thank the Lord we have... Thank the Lord we have Théo Pourchaire, because this is what I was worried about, is that even with a class car, Behrman's still gonna fucking suck. Jesus Christ. Like, Beganovic is 81 rated. Behrman is 90 rated. And Beganovic has outqualified him.
Nearly timed for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit. The Ferrari driver settles in ahead of this Grand Prix.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Here we go.
All right,
With the
here we are,
Bahrain Grand Prix.
starting, and Pourchaire will lead us away
And away we go.
on the sauce. Behrman also on the sauce. A couple drivers on the medium starting here. Behrman already up 2 positions, but he's pinched to the outside. Can he send it back through again? He may have it through on the Alfa Romeo of O'Sullivan and Bogdanovic. Can he use his experience to get round the outside of the rookie of Bogdanovic? Meanwhile, Pourchaire sets purple first sector, trying to escape now. Trying to escape from Logan Sargent. Meanwhile, Behrman already up 2 positions. Lovely start for him. Can Behrman find a way back through on Solov now? Gonna skip on a bit more. As Bogdanovic is now fallen off, 1.6 behind. As we're trying to overtake Solov. Solov has gone defensive round the outside. Behrman's going to send it. Can he find a way through on the AlphaTauri driver? It just doesn't seem like he's got the space. Meanwhile, Logan Sargent now is 1.5 behind Teo Pourchaire. As Teo Pourchaire now in the Ferrari. We don't have to deal with him dominating us any longer with his pace. He's now with us. Yellow flag out here on
It's just a yellow at the moment. Just a yellow.
and it's Piastri
Here we are.
who signed late on for Haas. And Piastri has a big lock-up. They should have just kept the 70 rated driver, you know, to be honest. Should have just kept him.
DRS enabled.
DRS now enabled. Can Behrman find a way through on Solov here? Behrman still trying to put the pressure on the AlphaTauri driver of Solov. We haven't eased off since we started the race here.
And we keep an eye on the tire temperatures.
And I think we're going to ease off now because just can't seem to find a way through on Solov. May as well protect it. Meanwhile, well, may as well back off now with Pourchaire because Doohan's now firmly inside the DRS. So there's no point us really fighting this too hard.
Keep pushing. No more lift-off required. Copy. Charge off. Copy. Charge button on.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy. We have to protect those tires. Copy. Charge on.
What does that mean? What does what mean, or? Oh wow, what was happening here? Turn 1. There's a whole kerfuffle going on here. Pourchaire on the inside of Doohan now. The ranking thing I mentioned? What was I talking about? That doesn't narrow down the... Between Ollie... Oh right, so Ollie is 90 rated. So all of his attributes and skills add up to 90 rated driver, whereas the other guy was 81 rated and still out-qualified him. Which is just not good. Trying to get Behrman now to recover his ERS here. Meanwhile, Pourchaire sends it. Meanwhile, Solov on the outside as well here. Looking for a way through on Doohan. And had to back out of that eventually.
You can do charge off. Copy.
And we haven't been able to just prance off into the distance like I would have hoped, but still doing well here. Battling in the top 5. We've had more dominant seasons in the past, I would say, than this one. There's been seasons where at this stage we've been 10 seconds up the road, so... But Dune and Solov seem to be applying the pressure.
Charge on. Charge on.
Copy. Charge button on.
Copy, copy.
Charge on and box now.
Copy.
What? He's not boxing though, that doesn't make any sense. Please don't tell me there's another annoying line we have to listen to. We got rid of GP for that very reason, because he had to keep saying take some points out of Leclerc.
Reminder a little bit of lift off where you can.
Yeah, copy that.
But I'm happy with the signing of Hamlin. Hamlin, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm glad we took the time to figure out which engineer that was, because he is one of my faves.
And charge button on.
Copy that.
Charge button off.
Copy.
Porcher now side by side with Dune. Behrman's firmly in this battle as well. But we're doing okay here. Doing mighty fine.
Charge on.
Yes, he is Jack Dune. And he do the do.
Okay, focus on recharge.
Copy.
Currently Sargent seems to be struggling a little bit, although Sargent is on the medium, so his tyres should actually be performing better than ours now currently. And just as I say that, Behrman is now starting to drop off. Tursu's joined this battle. Awasa is ahead of Boganovic. Montoya is in this battle here. You've got Gautier, who's kind of ruined his tyres. Oh, as ahead, we see Montoya go off there. The gaps to the leader were confusing me for a second there, because I thought Behrman had just lost out massively. So, we're okay. We don't need to panic too hard. I'm going to tell Porcher now to use his softs to try and get the gaps going here, because we're getting close to the pit stops. I wonder, because Porcher has he doesn't have a great smoothness rating, so I wonder, does that affect his tire wear? We have been more aggressive here, but not much has happened as a result. Still sort of same gaps. We're building a little bit on Solov, but Solov is still in the DRS. So it realistically isn't doing a lot at this stage. And we still got a couple laps to go before we go on to the mediums. Yeah, we'll do this lap with Port Chair, and then he'll be going on the mediums. And then we'll do another lap with Behrman.
Pit confirm and box.
Did Sargent go in? Sargent on the mediums is the first to go in. That's strange. Meanwhile, we're all on the sauce, and we're all yet to box. That's very strange. Port Chair now will be the first into the box as he does have the DRS. He changed his mind. I mean,
Pitted.
but that is Port Chair and Solov in. Behrman now can go on to the mediums next lap. Let's see how good our pit stop is.
Box, box.
Good pit stop, 2.1.
Pause the white line.
And Solov has had a bad pit stop. Really bad. Got held very long. We're going to exit behind the Williams of Sargent. And ahead of Boganovic. Let's push here just so that we can stay with Sargent. He's on the sauce. Yellow flag out. And who's it for? Apparently someone's crashed.
Watch for debris.
Who has crashed? Let's see. It's Christian Mansell in the Red Bull. And the Alpine on the inside comes off worse in that incident. Bit of wing damage for their troubles. Behrman now trying to catch Doohan. We are pushing with Port Chair here to try and catch Sargent, but doesn't seem to be happening at this stage. Trying to get our tires into the right window before we can then back off with Port Chair. We just need to use the DRS of Sargent because he'll use his softs, and we will be sweet. And Behrman's jumped Doohan in the pit stops, so that's very interesting.
Let's lift off, please.
But now with Behrman, we need to catch Boganovic before
Try to put pressure on him.
Doohan starts to give us trouble. But Port Chair now struggling to stay with Sargent. Is Sargent our biggest worry here?
Saves you.
Are Williams fast? Chat, Williams might be fast here.
Off.
They're very fast. We're really struggling to stay with Sargent. I know he's on the softs, but I mean, he was not having trouble staying with us when he was on the mediums. So that's a little concerning.
Charge on.
And we know Port Chair is one of the quickest drivers on the grid, so the fact that he's struggling is not a good sign.
We do need a little bit of lift off for the fuel.
Copy. More Lyco.
We don't need to push necessarily because this is going to be just a train anyway.
Time to go hunting. LV3U.
Charge off.
Copy.
Alright, hopefully Sargent will have used some more of his softs and we can then stay with him a bit easier. I'm going to push Behrman now because Boganovic has... Hey! Jimmy Rose! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in! Welcome in, how'd your stream go? How did Tier 4 get up? What did they get up to? Or how did they get on? I did some Monza practice earlier myself for Tier 2 tomorrow. And Am I good? The TIR Ultras are here. Welcome in everyone from TIR. If for those of you in TIR who don't know me, I'm Tier 2 TIR, and I also am bad at the game, so that's really all you need to know. There is a shock result. I missed the wall and came to Bonta. And they're fast, says let go. Yeah, good result from Bonta. I know Bonta gets all of the abuse in the TAR streams, but getting P2 in any tier is that is a good result.
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
But thank you for the raid, Jamie. Jamie, I've just got a PC on the way, so once I get that all
Your race is now.
sorted and everything, the stream is gonna be 10 out of 10. But currently I'm just streaming off my PlayStation, but by the weekend this whole thing is gonna be transformed. I used to stream off my old PC, but it's kinda stopped working. So hopefully the new PC works. That would be helpful. Anyway, we're currently just in a train here, and we're trying to get Bearman caught up to said train.
We don't have enough battery.
But who won in tier 4? Bonta.
Charge on. Drop down the plates now.
RTM Titan? I've not heard of RTM Titan before. Is he new to TAR? A reserve? Yeah, must be new to TAR. Lost it to a reserve. You can just argue with the stewards being like, he's not supposed to be here! Stop the damn match! I welcome into the chat, Rufio, as well. If any of you were watching WrestleMania last night, you know that's a bit of WrestleMania for you, bit of WWE. It's just stop the damn match. He's not supposed to be here. Thank you for the follow, Zoe. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You've joined the stream at a good time, chat, because the stream over the next week is about to take a jump in quality, and you're gonna love it. Just letting you know now. The stream is gonna be... It's gonna be beautiful. You're not even ready for what I have prepared. You're not even ready for how good it's gonna be. Like, you don't even know, man. You weren't there!
Drop the plates.
You have to follow the best stream in the world. Thank you for the compliment, Zoe. I'm hoping I can live up to it during the week whenever I do, like... I've got so many things planned. I don't even know if I want to spoil what I have planned, because I'm about to add transitions and shiz. Thank you, Ella, as well. Says I'm very entertaining. You know, everyone's bringing me the compliments. You know, you're gonna make me blush, everyone. But anyway, for those of you who are new here, we're in season 12, just at the very start. We're in 2034 in this save. Leclerc just retired last season. He was a 6-time world champion.
We will not need lift off.
And we also got rid of GP as our engineer because he kept saying we need to take points off Leclerc, and he was in our team, and I was like, can you stop telling people to take points off Leclerc? He's in our team. So then we got rid of him, and we signed Hamlin as our new race engineer alongside Adame, who currently is Carlos Sainz's And will be Lewis Hamilton's race engineer, I assume. But currently we're just managing a battery with both drivers here. And now that Sargent's trying to escape with both drivers, we're now going to dump the battery and head on down the road after Logie Bear. What sounds unfair to you, Zoe? What is unfair? I'm confused. Oh, big send! Big send from poor Chair. We'll also have the DRS. Are you on about the Bonta result? Yeah. It honestly annoys me a little bit whenever reserves win, because it's like you could have been in a higher tier and you just didn't let us know what your pace was, and you kind of manipulated it so that you could get a win. But things happen. But Bonta, the win will come. Just you wait. Anyway, we're dumping the battery just to keep up with Logie Sarge. Logie Sarge has surprisingly had very good pace in this race. Meanwhile, Behrman is really struggling to get past O'Sullivan here. And I was going to say he may struggle to catch up to the lead pack here. But if we... it's unfair for Ferrari don't get much points. Well, in our save, when I'm the boss, Ferrari get all the points, because we win all the time. It's very simple.
Battery is on the low side.
Alright. Behrman is almost inside the DRS. We just need to back off with poor Chair to help him get inside the DRS. Alright. Expect more, to be honest, but anyway. Expect more than second and third at the moment, soon to be winners. Leclerc retired a 6-time world champion? What more do you expect? Does he need to have 10 world championships before he retires? Like, I don't get it. Where's the bar? See, R knows I get loads of 1-2s. And we've a 1-2 on the way here. Yeah, Zoe's expectations are just you have to win just unrelenting amounts of times. Yellow flag out. If there's a safety car mid-race, this is Sonoda has had a lock-up.
Now this is what happens. They took turn
As he's defending from Mansell.
the wheels just lock up there. And
Iran Sports is not going to be happy. For those of you who know that name, he is the #1 Yuki fan on the planet. And he's not going to be happy knowing that Yuki had a big lock-up there. We have dropped Dune because we dropped O'Sullivan behind his unused mediums. And that has helped us build the gap here now. It's really a battle for the podium, depending on who's where, really.
I'm ready, so I need a bit of lift off.
Your season 12 grid is so different to mine, yeah. So Leclerc's just retired here, so Pourchaire is now our #1 driver. We signed him. He finished P2 in the championship with Alfa Romeo. Behrman we've had for a couple seasons. His quali pace is horrendous. So every race is him trying to like fight his way from like 7th, which he qualified 7th here in Bahrain. We just need to get his quali pace better, and Behrman would be good, but his quali pace is so bad. Then we have Dune in the Aston Martin. Sargent has Bennett Williams left, Bennett Williams left, Bennett Williams again. This is his third stint at Williams. Doones at Aston Martin, O'Sullivan at Alfa Romeo, Iwasa, Solov, Tersu, the first female driver on the grid, had a win in her rookie season last season. So Tersu is built different. Then we've Maloney, who's 92 rated, but doesn't drive like it. Hajar, who's the worst driver on the grid, but somehow is in a Merc. Boganovic is a rookie. Gautier is a rookie. Montoya got a podium last season with Williams. Sonoda, Mick, Lawson, Verschoor, Mansell's a rookie. Barter is a rookie, and then Piastri, who, weirdly enough, chat, Piastri did not have a seat going into the season. There was some 70 rated driver at Haas, and then we simulated a couple days, and then all of a sudden Piastri was in the Haas, which was weird. Because Piastri is now last, so great signing, you have to say. But yeah, I've never had any mid-season changes this whole save. And that was our first... It wasn't even really a mid-season change because it was a couple days into the start of the season. But I've never even had that before, you know what I mean? Battery is high, and I love Hamlin's just... He is the right tone of French for me, you know? But yeah, as R said, GMA, who is on your grid? Do you have it? Like, what big drivers do you still have? Because the real life drivers that we still have is Sonoda and no one else. Sonoda is the only driver from the... Oh, it's Sonoda and Sargent are the only two drivers from the real life grid who are actually in it. Ella, I just mean I like his voice. Just, I don't know what it is. I like it. I like his accent. You know? You got a commercial with Max in it? Alright. I've never had one before on Twitch. I'm glad Twitch is learning what my audience is because, you know, you gotta give them the right adverts, you know what I mean? But Behrman now is gonna take the lead. Sargent is on use sauce. Are we gonna have to... Yeah. Now is gonna be a good time for us to use the mediums.
You can catch him.
And Behrman now is escaping from Sargent. Porcher now round the outside of Sargent. Can he get the move now? Welcome in, Pneumatic. How's it going? It's going well with me. We're currently at the start of Season 12 here in F1 Manager. But how are things with you, Nuto? Iwasa also gets ahead of Sargent. Welcome in, Mr. Red Bull. How's the things going with you, Mr. Red Bull? Yeah, have you did much practice for Vegas, Nuto? For those of you who don't know who Nuto is, he's tier 2 in my league. We have fun F1 races on weekends. The link is in my bio if you want to join. And we have the tier 2 and tier 1 finale this weekend. And I have some big things planned. Just letting you know. My stream is about to elevate beyond a level of comprehension. That's all I'm gonna say, chat. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll not hype it up much more than that. But just know you should be hyped. But anyway, Behrman now is going to lead the pack here. I just need Porcher to get his ERS back. And then we're going to be boxing soon, but we need to burn through these mediums beforehand. Porcher, can you not overtake while you're recharging, lad? Please?
And more Lyco.
There was a crash. Awasa's pit, please don't be a safety car.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Please don't be a safety car. I'll be really poor timing. It's Mick and O'Sullivan. That's clearly my corner. That is the Miami audio with
Cars out.
Vettel versus Mick.
Okay, careful with debris on the straights. Careful with debris.
That's where that audio comes from. But we're going to keep going on here. A couple of drivers have boxed quite early. But we want the fresher sauce at the end. But our Ferraris now are currently still battling. Hopefully they're DRSing each other along. So they're not losing too much time here. I do want to check. Yeah, we've got a 1-2 at the moment. I do want to check when can we go just flat out? Lap 43, we can go flat out. Okay. Let us try to get to lap 43. With both drivers. I think Porcher needs to go in this lap. Because we need to be able to use the tyres in enough time, so
Speed confirm and box.
we have to do this with both drivers. Porcher is going to go for the undercut on Behrman. And Behrman's going to do an extra lap here on these mediums. And we'll have the fresher sauce at the end. Well, welcome into the stream, Elmads. I can't stand when my drivers are this close. It always means a crash for me. Yeah, you have to make sure you're never really on high overtake aggression, Elmads. I feel like whenever they're on high overtake aggression, that opens up the door to a crash. Porcher now clunks the inside curb, is out ahead of Solov. Hopefully he can defend from the drivers behind. And then Porcher just needs to catch Sarge, Awasa, and Doohan here. Elmaz, you can put them on this setting and say don't fight teammate. If it's really that much of an issue.
Okay, we're coming now to the pit stop.
Confirmed.
Behrman's gonna come in now. It's a good stop for Behrman. But where is he gonna come out? He's gonna come out behind the train. And he's got some catching up to do.
Oh, we can cancel lift off.
Gonna tell Behrman now to not waste time with O'Sullivan and just burn the battery to get past him. I'll be a bit scared sometimes whenever drivers are battling with other drivers. But we've finally joined this lead train now. So we're gonna tell Porcher to burn his battery and get past them because they're on way worse tyres than us. You can see, chat, we've got the far better softs here. Porcher may send it on the outside now of Jack Doohan. And he does just that. Now into P3. Meanwhile, Behrman trying to catch Solov, who's just outside this train. Porcher now round the outside of the Williams from way far back. Porcher now on the inside of Iwasa. He's going to take the lead already. Oh my lord. That undercut has worked a treat for Teo Porcher currently. And maybe Porcher can disappear off in the distance from Iwasa. Meanwhile, Behrman needs to start putting the hammer down to catch. Otherwise, this will be Porcher's race in the bag. And I think it is. I think we're just going to conserve now with Porcher get his fuel back. And now that Behrman's finally in the train, I'm tell him to dump the battery as well here to get some moves.
You've got everything. Press on the hold available.
But Behrman has struggled in overtaking in the past. And I'm hoping he doesn't continue to do so, otherwise we're going to be screwed. Oh, that was a late moving in the braking zone moment. That was very late. Behrman now on the outside of Solov. Come on, Behrman. Have to use these better softs now. Have to use them.
We keep an eye on the tire temperatures. We will keep
And he gets through now. Next is Doohan, followed by Sargent, followed by Iwasa. Welcome into the stream, Lou. Oh, it's a big send from Behrman. Big send. Does Sargent have the DRS of the car ahead? I don't think he does. This should be an easy move for Behrman again. And Behrman now. Next on the list to dispatch is Iwasa. And I think we now need to dump the battery, get past Iwasa as quick as possible here, and get out of his DRS so that we can start conserving the fuel. So now that we're through, Behrman just needs to dump everything to try and escape Iwasa.
Okay, take it easy now. Take it easy.
But he doesn't have any ERS left, so we're gonna have to play this strategically, I guess, with Behrman. Hadjar is so close to a point, Scott, you're right. Hadjar actually, so chat, P19 in the season, last season finished with like 19 point, or with like 17 points or so. Hadjar in the Merc finished last with 1 point. 1 point is all that man could muster in a Merc. Alright. Let's try and dump the battery now with Behrman. And hopefully now he can escape from Iwasa. And we're going to need to escape from Iwasa as soon as possible here. And get out of the DRS. Which is a bit of a struggle. We finally did it. And we're now inside the DRS
The battery.
of
Deploy where you can.
inside the DRS of Port Cher now, and we now need to somehow dump all of the fuel, or not even dump the fuel, I mean regain all the fuel. You've always wanted to do F, imagine not being able to understand it. Well, I think it's free on Game Pass, Nuto. So download it and I can talk you through anything you're confused about. I think once you get the hang of manager games, I will accept whenever you start a manager game, you're just like really confused. But once you get into it and used to how everything works, it is very enjoyable. Now Behrman, I think he will get his oh, didn't mean to pause it. I think he will get his fuel regained in time.
Not entirely sure what
There's another crash.
Seems like it was Logan Sargent.
It's Logie Sarge in the Aston of, I think, Jack Doohan. Brutal crash. How has he survived? Who knows? Sarge heavy breathing. Don't know how he's alive.
Big crash there.
I think what Williams need to do after that incident, which is brutal, I think they need to give his car to Albon. Anyway, moving on. Behrman still regaining battery and fuel here, and he may take the lead of the race simply by having a better tyre. This manager game was the first one I've ever played, and it looked super confusing, but I might give it another go. Nuto, honestly, if you have any questions, just ping me in the Discord. Anything confuses you at all. Because manager games, at the start, trying to get a grasp of them, it can be confusing, I will accept.
No need for anti-deploy. Battery is full.
No need for anti-deploy. Alright, chat. Let's see if this... I forgot, chat. Sometimes my PlayStation overheats and crashes, so I forgot to leave the fan on. So thank God I've saved that. So if it crashes now, you've been warned, you know. And also I've saved it so that we've not lost our progress.
You can slow down.
All right, finally a full battery for Behrman.
Charge off.
And with 2 laps to go, chat, we're gonna tell both drivers to give it everything. Porcher's gonna be told to dump everything, and Behrman's gonna be told to dump everything bar the fuel because he does need to keep an eye on the fuel.
We will not need liftoff.
But as we head now on to the penultimate lap here
Tires are hot.
in season 12,
2 more laps.
the first race of the season, and it's the first race of Porcher's Ferrari career here. But can Ollie Behrman, who's in his 3rd season with Ferrari, can he get the victory over Teo Porcher, who last season these two drivers were P2 and 3 in the championship behind 6-time world champion Charles Leclerc? You did donate bits for that one, like the emote or what?
On a bit of liftoff where you can. It should help you.
Behrman now still looking for way through on Porcher. We've got to keep him so that he's level on fuel. Oh, hell no! Hell no! Behrman now trying to find a way through. on Porcher as we head now on to the final lap. Chat, this is reminiscent of when Leclerc and Verstappen were battling for us in Bahrain, and it came up to a photo finish. Behrman, though, going to take the lead of the race ahead of Porcher. Does Porcher have any answer? Porcher now round the outside, but can't find a way through. Behrman's going to keep it ahead now, but can he defend for the remainder of the lap? We've got one more DRS zone to go. Does Porcher have enough in the tank to get past Behrman? As they round the corner, both planting the traction. Do they have enough in the tank to go for the move? Is Porcher close enough to go for a move on Behrman? He's very far back. Oh, he was looking on the inside, but too far back for Porcher. Can Behrman hold him off now through the final two corners?
Reminder on the battery.
As they're both out of battery, Porcher now, but he's sitting on the inside. Oh, he's backed out. He's backed out. And it seems Ollie Behrman will win. As Porcher's gonna puncture. Porcher's gonna puncture as he crosses the line. Porcher has got a puncture as he's crossed the line. Wow. Wow. Hilarious. Porcher gets P2 in his first race with Ferrari. He gets the fastest lap as well. But yes, you're absolutely right. Let me find the clip for everyone in the stream who's not seen it. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? There's that one. There's that one. Where is it? How long are you going to do a stream? I have to go do stuff, but I don't want to miss much. I'm probably going to do one more race, Ella, then head off. Where is the clip? I can't find it. Did TikTok delete my video? Where is it?
That was a great performance from the Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
That was a really well-executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver.
Yeah, Nudamotic, it is. Alright, here it is, chat. I'm gonna get you the clip now. Okay. So everyone, look at the Twitch chat.
As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after
Let's see here.
I doubt they can.
Look at the Twitch chat. I'm gonna put the link into my TikTok. Watch that video. You will never see a closer finish in your life.
about that for this weekend?
You won't see a closer finish in your life. Watch that video. I promise you, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it.
Arabian Grand Prix.
So instead of hearing Nuto, Ella, you hear Noodle. You don't hear Nuto. But Behrman up 6 positions gets the win. Teo Porcher down 1 gets P2. Maloney up 10 positions. That's a very good result for Maloney. Hajar gets a point. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, moving on. But chat, Ollie Behrman leads the championship for the first time in his career. And Teo Porcher missed out on the win, and I'm sure that is going to anger him slightly. and he'll want to recover as we head now over to Saudi Arabia. Nuto says as long as it's Pot Noodle. Well, if you want your new nickname to be Pot Noodle, that can be arranged. But chat, what we're going to do now is we're going to upgrade our underfloor, I believe. Let's upgrade our underfloor. I feel like we could do better on straight line speed. What else? I feel like we could go, yeah, like 2.5 and 36 maybe? On our underfloor. Our underfloor is the last thing we need to get. If you call me Pot Noodle in the tier 2 races, I'll love it. Okay, I'll keep that noted in the memory bank. We're gonna upgrade our underfloor here. That's gonna be a good design. What email exchange? Oh, wind tunnel concern. We need to get designs, please. Does it tell you how long the thing is for? This has been affected by a recent decision made in the email exchange, but how long does that last? Like, you know? Is it over now? Can I upgrade parts yet? Nope, still no. How about now? Here we go. Alright, let's design something. I'm thinking we're gonna put everything else now back into our rear wing. Is that gonna work? The gains are probably not as much as I would like on the rear wing there. Let's try chassis. Let us try chassis. And then drag reduction. Oh my! Chassis upgrade it is. Okay, let's double check everything else before we do that. But chassis upgrade I think is going to be the way to go. That is a big upgrade on the straight line speed. 0.2 kph. Unless the side pods can say something about it. It's not bad, the side pods one. But it is not chassis. And then suspension. Let's see here. Nah. Yeah, it's gonna be a chassis upgrade we're gonna do next. And we're just gonna chuck it all in straight line speed. And then just make sure that our... Yeah. Sure. So new chassis coming in 20 days. New underfloor coming in 27 days. That should... usually your second upgrades come before Baku. That's the chassis. That's the underfloor. And then there's Baku. The chassis design is actually done on the weekend of Australia. But anyway, chat, we're going to head now into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And I think that's going to be the last race I do for the stream. And then I'm going to head off. Because I got work in the morning. As I'm sure you all do. Or whatever else you've got planned for the morning. But people need sleep, you know. Anyway. Let's see, do we need any facilities refurbed? We need our tour centre refurbed. Bang on. Got any tips for driving in a straight line for LA? If you want to hire your dog to do it, like if you want to teach your dog just to go like, you know, teach your dog to hold down the RT So then you can just, you know, stretch going down the straight. I mean, it might work, and you know, you never know. You never know these things. You know? But, our CFD simulator is going to need to be refurbed soon. But we're going to head now into Saudi, and
We're here in Jeddah.
it's not raining. What a shock. Now, chat, for this race, or not even for this race, but this season, we actually have one less engine, one less ERS system, and one less gearbox than we used to last season, just from what the rules have done to us. So this season is going to be a bit harder to navigate. You know. Now, Nuto, if you're still here, a key... why is our top speed so bad? Oh, it should improve with this chassis upgrade. But the best way to do practice, and this is for everyone watching, for those of you who are new here and don't know how we do practice, the best way to do practice is by not doing practice. But yeah, moving on, we're going to head into quali now. Let's put our parts in the car. Why is Behrman so bad at practice? Who knows? But anyway, moving swiftly onward. Or it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, we've got engine. Let's put on the good engine so that we use it. We've already got the right ERS system on. We'll put the last gearbox on the car. But I can see now we actually have the worst top speed on the grid. So our next upgrades should fix that issue. But we may need to take some grid penalties this season just to survive. So we gotta keep money available for that. Anyway, this time Porcher is gonna lead Behrman out for the tow. Why would pens help? I don't think I ever said pens would help, I said the best way to do practice is by not doing practice. That's what I said. I don't know what you said. Currently, Behrman's got a purple. Interesting.
Stay negative. Stay negative, please.
Make sure you stay negative. On charge on right away, please.
Copy.
Anyway, you said we need to take some grid pens. So, anyway, Behrman leads Porcher. Certain times in the season you have to take a grid pen, or if you want an extra engine, or an extra ERS system, or an extra gearbox, because you're only allowed a certain amount. So sometimes to get an extra one you need to take a grid pen on the chin. That is essentially it. But anyway, we're through Q1. Who's out? It's Sonoda again? Sonoda is having a stinker, hey. I genuinely thought the drivers we'd be worried about is Sonoda and Maloney, but now it seems like it's gonna be Sargent is their biggest worry. And Awasa maybe?
Fuck is green. Fuck is green.
The track is green. Oh no. We've got some traffic here early on in the lap. Please don't block us. Pretty please. Just don't be in the way, please. We can see the car in the distance now. Pulls out of the way. Pulls out of the way. Think Behrman got through okay, didn't get blocked. To my knowledge. But now Porcher continues to lead on the lap. We've also got Maloney up next. Is Maloney going to block our lap? Out of the way. Out of the way. Behrman's got a purple middle sector, so Behrman actually doing better all of a sudden. Behrman actually getting purple sectors in quali, which is rare for Mr. Behrman. As Porcher crosses the line, Behrman goes 500ths behind. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Now I wonder, is that quick enough to get us through into Q3? O'Sullivan's up there now. Anyone else gonna really challenge us? I don't believe so. Ugh. Let's see now. Yeah, we're through into Q3 chat. As there's a red flag which cements that it's Beganovic. Beganovic binned it. And the red flag cements us getting through into Q3. And also, chat, we did that all in one set of soft tires. We got through, as you can see, Q1 and 2 on one set of fresh sauce. Not even fresh sauce, but used softs. So we're now going to have 2 runs with fresh softs here in qualifying. And all we need to make sure is we don't get blocked here. And we should be good. And I don't believe we're going to get blocked here. We're out ahead of the drivers exiting the pit lane. So we've got a clear, open road, open sky. And hopefully Hadjar's not in the way. But I don't believe he is. Hadjar's probably going to be around the final corner before Porcher gets there. Yeah. And Porcher's gone purple, purple. Behrman, green, green. Is Porcher on these fresh softs going to get pole here? As he crosses the line now, it's a 25.5. Behrman crosses the line behind him. 3/10 behind. That is a big margin. And Behrman was looking quick in Q1 and 2. But now, all of a sudden, now that they're on fresh tyres, Porcher has built the gap. And they're now a good distance ahead. But
And pit limit.
I think we're going to do now, chat, is we're going to follow, never mind, I was going to say follow Maloney out of the pits, but I'm afraid that is no longer going to be an option because he headed out way too early. He's out of sync with us completely. Let us go now. And hopefully now we can get good runs with these drivers. No one block our lap, which I believe we're not going to. Or, bless you, I would say. But this is big for Behrman. Behrman, as I mentioned before, usually qualifies like P7. So Behrman needs to really do better in quali here. Meanwhile, Maloney, who we did think we were going to be... yeah, I'm going to do the race R and then head into bed. But Behrman really needs to start to catch... or just improve in qualifying. That's his biggest weakness, is qualifying. Pourchaire is a yellow first sector. Can Behrman improve again here in the middle sector? We kind of need him to improve massively here because... And he gets a purple middle sector. We want Behrman on the front row here with Pourchaire. That would be ideal. And with that purple middle sector, that'll certainly go well in helping. Pourchaire's got 2 yellow sectors, so Pourchaire unlikely to improve. But where's Behrman going to go? Crosses the line. Behrman gets pole! Behrman gets pole in Saudi Arabia when it didn't seem likely, but Behrman gets a rare pole here. Is anyone going quick enough to outperform Behrman? Hajar P5? What? What? Huh? No idea how that works, chat. No idea. But anyway, chat, we're going to head now into the race. We're going to do a medium soft with both drivers here. And see, do we have the pace to cut through the field, which I'm hoping we do. We should have. I'm betting on it, clearly, as we're going medium soft with both drivers. And both our drivers are...
It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Only the Alpine in behind there of Awasa. No, that's actually Mick. And Behrman takes the lead of the race, maintains his lead. Meanwhile, Pourchaire goes P2. Maloney started on the hards. Strange tyre to start on. Welcome in, Kevin. Welcome into the stream. Pourchaire sets the fastest lap here as we're going to try and build a gap to Maloney, who's on the hards. Solov now trying to find a way through on Maloney, but Maloney is defending. And we've now built a good gap to Maloney. We can back off an ERS now. Pourchaire now trying to find a way through on Behrman, going side by side through the first sector here. Unique place to make a move, but he does make that move stick. And Maloney starting on the hards was just the wrong move, point blank. I don't see that benefiting him, unless there's a safety car that comes out precisely at the right time. But what we're going to do now, chat, is we're going to back off on fuel, get both drivers' ERS back up again to full.
battery, it's good.
Copy.
And now Behrman's got the full battery.
Okay, you can go charge up.
Copy.
And we can allow Behrman through. And then Porcher can harvest his energy now.
He suggests more like of performance.
Copy that.
And good timing for Porcher because he does get back ahead now that he no longer has to manage the battery on ERS now. As it's been a great start, so I'm going to save that just to make sure we have no PlayStation crash that makes us cry and have to try and manufacture that start again. And we're really just now trying to extend these mediums to get to the softs. And then softs to the end, unless there's a safety car comes out that really stiffs us. We should be smooth sailing here. As somehow Hadjar is battling for a podium. No idea. No idea how he's got there. Meanwhile, Solov is catching us at an alarming rate. He has protected his tires a lot better than we have. We're going to tell Porcher to back off his tires, because his tires are not doing well at all. Solov is probably going to join us in the battle for the lead here. So we had a very big gap there, but now Solov has joined us. Hadjar's about to join us, which has brought the train of Maloney and Awasa here as well. So we did have a big gap, but now in this later phase on in the race, it has not gone to our favour, and now Porcher is in behind Solov. This is not good.
Look after tires.
Copy, copy.
What we can do with both drivers, oh never mind. Okay. Thank God. Porcher now getting back ahead of Awasa. We can just conserve our tires here. Oh, never mind. Awasa's randomly sent it on. I don't need to deploy on Porcher, which is not great. I mean, if Awasa wants to burn his tires, sure. We're still conserving to get to the softs. I thought that was going to be a crash for a second there. They both approached that at a really weird angle. Maloney is probably doing the hard soft. So, I mean, he's not really messed up that bad because he's here, you know. Alright chat, this is the time to push because they have box now. Porcher's going to have to go in first because his softs or his mediums are gone. Behrman's going to have to do another lap. Before he gets onto the softs. And how good will our stop be? Will we get out ahead?
Copy, boss.
It's a good enough stop. Will we go out ahead of
Or the white line.
the drivers we were battling with, Maloney and Awasa? Although Maloney's come out very far behind, so I think Maloney's had some sort of pit stop issue. Oh, that's a bit of an unsafe rejoin, even though it wasn't a rejoin, but just a very unsafe anyway. Solov and Awasa here. Just got to hold on to the DRS now of Solov and then catch Awasa as well. Behrman now. A bit of a slower stop, lost about 2/10. Pourchaire now. Gonna get ahead of Solov.
And save fuel.
Behrman now gonna exit a bit further down the road. Is he ahead of Montoya? He is. At least he's ahead of Montoya, who's on older medium, so he's not really a threat. But we're just trying to get caught up to Wassa now. No, please no, please no. And somehow Pourchaire has bottled, staying ahead of Solov. But I mean, we have to be aggressive here because we have to get past this whole train. They're all on older mediums. And we have to make moves here in this train.
Hunting time. Big lift off.
And Behrman needs to join this train now as well. We've got Doohan who's holding us up because Awas is now getting ahead. 2 seconds ahead of Sargent and Doohan, who are on the mediums and holding this whole fucking train up.
Let's try to see what we can do.
Come on, Pourchaire, you gotta make moves. You have to make moves now. He's gonna blow by the AlphaTauri, blow by the Williams. Will he even blow by the Aston Martin? No, he backs out because he's scared. But Behrman on the inside of the AlphaTauri as well here. And Behrman on the inside of the Williams. Ooh. Very risky place to go for the manoeuvre.
I think it's Laiko.
But does pull it off.
The tires again, you can put down the tires.
I think we just need to dump the battery because we just need to get past the earliest opportunity here. We're just losing time behind Doohan.
No DRS. No DRS for him.
And now the Ferraris have got to work together here to catch up to Awasa again.
Slow down.
Lift off for the fuel.
Copy.
We're going to go harvest with Pourchaire.
Start button on.
Just let him through, please. Because Behrman has some ERS to use, and Pourchaire does not have anything
Keep pushing.
to use. As we continue to catch Awasa, and Mick holding on to his Alpine teammate, battling here, is only causing them a bit of strife. Meanwhile, we're going to tell
Button off.
Behrman to back out now if he can.
Charge on.
Never mind. Behrman's still ahead here. Alright, tell him we're in neutral now.
Keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off.
Oh, never mind. We're trying to catch the cars ahead, but it's confusing how much we're battling here. You can tell Behrman now to completely lift off.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
So we can now manufacture a bit of ERS management. How has Solov gotten Behrman?
You can see what happened. Right, let's have a look as we go into...
At turn 1, unbelievable. Gonna tell our drivers now to just push to get inside the DRS of the train ahead of the Alpines. Behrman's just gotta overtake Solov here because he's just in the way. Behrman on the inside now of Solov. And now Porcher is exactly where he needs to be. And we don't need ERS assist. I can do it myself, thank you very much. And so is Behrman. We just need to keep Solov behind.
Charge on.
Copy.
Now we focus on clean laps.
Copy.
And yet we do need to actually conserve our tyres here a bit. Just need to keep an eye on where Solov is.
And we keep an eye on the tire temperatures. We will keep an eye on tire temperatures.
Yes, we keep an eye on tire temperatures. Let's save this now, because we're coming towards the end. Want to make sure that no more carnage happens. Of late disconnects, which we have many. Of late, just whatever happening. Ooh, the Ferraris are side by side now. Still need to conserve these tires. So we do. But Porcher can go neutral on his ERS. Meanwhile, Behrman gonna get through on Mick now.
Need to drop
And Porcher now may get round the outside of Mick as well here.
Copy.
Tire energies are good.
Copy.
Tire energies are good. Right, we're okay with Solov here. He does not want no smoke.
We need a little bit more lift off if you can.
Yeah,
please.
Behrman,
A little bit more.
heavy lifting at this stage.
Battery high.
As Porcher out of nowhere
Let's lift off, please.
on the outside of Mick now looking for the move. And if Porcher can get this done, this is exactly where we need to be.
6 more laps.
As Behrman now has full ERS. Porcher now going to be ahead of Mick if he can fight him off. And Porcher does just that. Let's have him dial it back down now again. Because I don't want Porcher sending it on Behrman and losing us both time here. If we don't need to.
We look after the tires.
But normally I do not use conserve chat when we're pushing in a train, but sometimes there's exceptions to the rule, and this is one of them. Awasa now trying to defend the inside. May lose out to Behrman now. Still battling now. As we're heading on through now, chat. 5 laps to go. Behrman juggling for positions with Porcher now, trying to get both through on Awasa. Both of them are battling with who gets a shot at Awasa. Yellow flag out. 2 cars have crashed. It is Hajar. Hilarious. Hilarious. It's Hajar and who? Hajar and Maloney. Hilarious. Hilarious. Sean is going to love that. Sean is going to find that very funny. Anyway, 4 laps to go, chat. We're just continuing to conserve these tyres before we actually decide to push. And with 3 laps to go, we are waiting in the wings
3 more laps.
for the final push. And now that there's 2 laps to go, chat, we are gonna fully send it with everything we have with both drivers until the end. Can we get past here? Behrman now on the outside of Awasa. Porcher looking on the inside of Awasa. It may be a double move on the Alpine. And it is into turn 1. Porcher and Behrman both get the move done. But now on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, who will win? Will it be Behrman? Will it be Porcher? Will it be Awasa? Or will it be Mick? As we may have already dropped Awasa out of the DRS, and just like that we have, as we're giving it everything to try and escape down the road here. With both Porcher and Behrman. Behrman won in Bahrain. Can Porcher come back at the British driver to try and win in Saudi Arabia, to have his first win with Ferrari, to level the playing field? With DRS engaged, Porcher maybe looking on the inside, dances to the outside. Is he going to send it? No, keeps it in behind now. As round the final corner, we're going to head now onto the final lap. Porcher will have the DRS, but can he get past Behrman? Porcher now on the inside also gets the fastest lap. Porcher's going to send it in. Will he get the lead? Side by side he is with Behrman. Who will get the run? Still side by side they go through the first sector, but Porcher gets into the lead. Will Porcher have his first win with Ferrari? Or will Behrman extend his championship lead? Which is not a sentence we thought we'd be saying. Because Behrman has not been driving like a champion in the 3 seasons that we've had him. But could this be the season for Ollie Behrman? But he does have a formidable opponent in Teo Porcher. Can Porcher win it here in Saudi? On the final lap here, he has DRS, does Behrman. He might send it. Oh, he was so close. Can Porcher keep him behind? Porcher's looking to defend the inside. Behrman switches to the inside, he switches to the outside again. Will he send it? He doesn't send it. And round the final corner they go. Who will win? Behrman leads on the run to the line. Can Behrman catch him? No, I think it's going to be Pourchaire. Pourchaire wins for the first time for Ferrari. Meanwhile, Mick gets the podium ahead of Iwasa. Less than a tenth separate the Alpine drivers. And Solov gets P5. Tersu gets P9. Maloney gets P10. Lovely result there for Ferrari. Another 1-2. But this time, it's Théo Pourchaire with his first win for Ferrari. And Théo Pourchaire takes the lead of the championship.
Driver, wasn't it?
What a drive from both Ferraris.
They got their
It was.
absolutely spot on.
What a drive.
Wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate the
And
driver.
we've started season 12, chat, with 2 1-2s on the bounce.
Feeling after that race.
And the fastest laps as well. And pole. You can't really ask for much more. You really can't ask for much more.
Okay then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
But anyway, chat, Pourchaire wins, gets the fastest lap. Mick gets P3 in the Alpine. So Mick wasn't looking too hot all last season, but now he's looking to have recovered. And nothing else really notable inside the top 10. But Pourchaire leads the season with the fastest laps. His 2 fastest laps have given Pourchaire the lead of the championship. Mick finishing P3 there, jumps all the way up to 6th in the championship. Iwasa is P3, Solov P4, Duan P5. But it seems Iwasa is our closest competitor this season. And in the constructors, Alpine is P2. This is probably the highest Alpine I've ever been. But we have had maximum points from these first 2 rounds. How do you think the season will be? I hope it's another win. And currently how it's going, it's looking that way. But anyway, chat, if you have enjoyed, please drop a follow. That has been it from me. Behrman's up to 91. That's a revelation right there. But if you have enjoyed, please drop a follow. I will be back tomorrow with TAR Tier 2 in Monza. So stay tuned for that if you want to see me crash. Thank you for saying goodnight or goodnight or yourself as well. Good night, Nuto as well. But chat, for those of you not followed yet, I would urge you to do so. Good night, Lou, as well, because I have just got a new PC, and by the weekend it's gonna be up and running, and you won't even fathom what we got planned. You're not even ready for what we have planned. The stream is gonna look legit, like next level. So stay tuned for that. But I have been WHFRO. We're gonna find someone to raid on our way out. We're gonna raid who are we gonna raid here? We're gonna raid B-Roy. But thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please drop a follow. I'll be back tomorrow with TAR Tier 2 in Monza. And if you also want to drop Roy a follow on your way over, please do. But thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, and goodbye.